And welcome back. So, after that last fight, some people are kind of fucked up. The Crusader isn't that's the most important thing, but we'll actually try an escort caravan here. So that gives us some time to heal up and repair stuff. And also we're running out of food, we need to buy some more food, even though we are taking a caravan. Kind of expensive food, but what can you do? So there's quite a good chance that this ends up failing, but there's also... it's possible that it doesn't, and at the very least it gives us some time to heal up and stuff. Okay, ambition fulfilled. When starting out, the world saw you for what you were. Ambition armed with a weapon. Everyone has a dream, and about half those men have weapons on them. You were not unique, not outstanding, not even particularly dangerous if you're giving your old self a good look in the eye. But you made it. The doors shut in your face. The attempts at haggling that lost you good deals. The spitting, so much spitting. It's a cold world, and you dared to warm your own damn self, and you succeeded. Contracts under your belt, contracts on the horizon. They're blurring together. The culture of victory has started to wash over the sorrow, and you've good reason to be proud of your command of it. Okay. So, too early for the arena. It's probably too early for the Walking Dead as well, but we do have a sergeant now, and the Crusader is possibly good enough by himself even to take down some of the easier undead camps. Maybe. Could maybe consider doing contracts for the southern city-states, but I don't really want to go down. Could also just take no ambition at this point, but so I think it's either either The Walking Dead or no ambition here. I think it's probably too early for The Walking Dead, so we'll just take no ambition. These 5 nachos don't want to fight us. Also, yeah, they should be camping to heal up. And we are running out of medical supplies. So we'll put Raimonda on duty to gather some medical supplies. Cherarik can also do that. Yeah, so the caravan quests are really nice because you can actually camp during them, and if you have the training tent, they're especially great missions to take, since you can just train while doing the caravan, and that is one of the easy ways of... oh shit. Well, just as I was about to say something about easy, we get this event. So a man steps out into the road and doesn't appear ready to move. One of the caravan drivers seizes up on his reins, and just as he does, a large group of other armed men join the loner on the road. They carry the sigil of House Freundlich. So, this is where House Freundlich's goods have gone. You fellas are transporting goods which belong to our noble house. If you wish to live, turn them all over. If you wish to die... sorry. Sorry about my throat here. If you wish to die, well, just don't do what I ask and see what happens. Mikkel walks up to you, whispering, "We shouldn't have trusted that rat Fremin the Trade Master." Yeah, we shouldn't have. Okay, so this is pretty much impossible to do this fight at this stage, so we'll just let these guys take this caravan. Fremi the Trade Master isn't going to like this, but if he was shipping stolen goods, he should have told you. With a flick of your hand, you order your men to step aside. The bannermen immediately converge on the caravan, unloading its goods, while hapless daytailers and merchants watch on. Tough luck. Okay. So, we lost some relations with Blankenstad, but it is what it is. Let's actually go back and take the armed courier quest that was available. So where is this courier quest to? Königsheim. Okay, we just came from there and now we're going back. That's fine. So hopefully nothing happens to this cargo. Since you can also get an event with mercenaries that want the cargo. And we are not up to taking on mercenaries at this point. Okay, nothing happened. Okay, let's find a location. Good early game mission there. We also need food again. I don't usually use Scramma sexes, but at the moment they're like it's like my third best weapon, so let's actually let someone use it. Let Mikkel use it. It's a bit difficult to hit with it with a melee skill of 62, but we should still be facing mostly rabble, so also we got 2 level ups. Range skill. Here I will take the range defense, I think. Over the +3 fatigue. Again, because of Wind Reader. And what else do we want? I guess Gifted is a good choice. With only 46 HP, we probably should give her some HP as well. So let's go ahead and do that. Also put her behind a bit. And for Neivard the Crusader, let's take HP over Resolve here. And now we could take Nimble if we wanted to. Or we could take Resilient. Or we could take back to basics. Or we could take Adrenaline. So many options. Yeah, I think we'll just take Nimble at this point. We might also pick up Battle Forged later on, but we won't be seeing very good armor for a while here. And this Crusader armor with a weight of 10 is almost perfect for Nimble builds. So we are only receiving 42% of any damage to hit points from now. So food situation is good enough. Find bleached bones tomb to the south, around the region of Neomark. So it's gonna be around here. I'm gonna guess it's right here. Let's see if I'm right. Well, close enough. It's directly south from Königsheim. So as long as you don't have to find something in the forest, these quests are very easy. And I think we learned our lesson from last time. We won't be taking an escort caravan, we'll take an armed courier instead. And also we have 2 roster spots available. Guess we could roll on these monks. This nun. Let's just go ahead and recruit these 2 and see if they're any good. Okay, you're... I don't know. As with Erkenrad is here, this guy isn't very good, but he can eventually get mind over body and inspire. Excuse me. And what about this guy? Okay, this guy could actually be a tank with 2 stars in melee defense, shield expert, and underdog. So if this guy makes it, he can be a tank. I won't care if he dies. This guy can inspire or die. And equipment wise, so yeah, they have really poor melee skill. Technically this guy could also be a tank eventually. He does have a star in melee defense and access to shield expert and underdog. So I don't know. Well, we'll see. It's quite likely they both end up just dying, but you never know. Let's buy a couple of cheap helmets, I guess. Don't want them to die to the first headshot. Let's give you a better helmet. Next up, you can get a better helmet. You can get a better helmet. Okay, this is this cloth cap with a durability of 5 is almost meaningless, but I don't want to spend any more money on helmets right now. Or at least not in there. We can check this Volkenburg. The marketplace of Volkenburg. So let's camp for just a little bit of time here. Okay, so these along the road. These events are flavor text, and I usually don't bother reading them, but I'll go ahead and read them. Here, a man carrying a bucket of tools crosses paths with your company. The roads seem ill-fit to place one man against a company of sellswords, and this stranger appraises the situation correctly by placing his wares down and putting his hands up. You tell him to calm and ask where he is going. He explains that he is a mason from Wesenschacht, but that his work there is done. He's only on his way back to his family located on a homestead, a good day's walk from where you stand. Looking rather thirsty and tired, the man asks if maybe he could spend the night with your company to help him rest for the coming walk. Join us at the campfire for the night. You sit about a fire. Much talk is made about this or that, but the traveler does speak some words which reside within your mind long after he's gone. Ah, the battle of many names. I took part. Vanguard. Front and center. No, I do not wish to talk about it. Okay, so not a lot of lore there. Oh, oops. Guess we could quickly see if there's anyone here to recruit, and if there is, we could let someone go. So there's a blacksmith. Blacksmiths grant plus 50% repairing and plus 20% tool efficiency, along with plus 50% salvaging, so they're quite good. They're a bit expensive, but so this guy does not get mind over body. Yeah, he's usable, but I don't really want to let anyone go because of someone who's not quite stellar. So we won't be taking him. So let's buy some more food. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have recruited those monks. Now our food situation just got so much worse. Thankfully we do have a lot of money. Let's buy some more tools. And move on. Okay. So a small enemy camp like this deserted shelter might be doable for us. There are thugs here, but we have the Crusader. It's also a good opportunity to get some of these weaker people killed. We have a couple of nets if we desire to use them. Let's see, do we want to try this? Some thugs, a poacher, a war dogs, and a bandit rabble poacher. If we want to try this, we should wait for night time. Is it worth the risk, though? Is it worth the risk? Our Crusader is nimble right now. Or is nimble now, rather. I'm gonna try this, but we'll wait for nighttime. It's quite likely some people die, but none of them, except maybe Chararik the Faithful, is like endgame material. Raymonda is okay, but again, she could be a lot better. So let's live a little dangerously. We don't need to repair anything. Guess we could heal though. Let's actually let you heal. Okay. So we probably also will end up using those two nets that we have, because the thugs are quite dangerous at this point in the game. Okay. So 9 enemies and they're rushing us. So as you can see, the thugs are much more much better equipped than bandit rabble are. But the Crusader should be able to handle them. At least I hope he will be. Okay, so this war dog has already dodged four attempts from us. Let's take a 30% chance shot with Raymonda here. No luck. So Erkenradis, you can just end your turn. But do I want to end the turn here or move? Let's move a bit. That's a really, really dodgy war dog. Okay. And now we'll see how big of a mistake I made by coming here. Ouch. Yeah, okay. So, to play it safe, we're gonna use the nets. We don't want to lose this run to a bunch of thugs, after all. I guess this guy can be netted. Wait. See what these poachers do. Okay, so this thug is netted and I'm trying to hit with the Crusader with a slash which has plus 10% chance to hit, and the chance to hit is only 89% instead of 95%, even though the Crusader has 85 melee skill with Confident. So that's why we netted. Okay, I guess it doesn't really matter if we end our turn or not there. Erkenradis. Okay, let's engage. Let's use Adrenaline for the first time. And this guy, if I put him here, he'll probably die, but... Oh, I can't, never mind. He only had 3 action points. Let's see if we can kill this guy with Mikkel. 63%. Nope. Okay. Odolrik got a little bit luckier. So with you, I'll try to shoot this guy here. No luck. And this is a situation where the Crusader having Adrenaline would be very helpful, since we could probably get 2 kills immediately at the start of the turn, and that would lower the rest of the enemy's morale quite a bit. Hey, let's see, 61%. Nope. Okay, so this thug used a return favor which will stun us or daze us if we miss an attack against it. I don't think I've ever seen a thug use that ability, so that's quite interesting. Okay. So you're gonna act next. Let's wait and see if this guy is able to break free. He was able. You worked in 4 turns. I'll wait with you. Try to get the skill. Nope. 56 only. Okay, Crusader, 95%. Nice. So you have return favor. If we miss this, it's... Well, it's not the end of the world. And also you had 83% and you managed to connect. Good. So we'll try shooting this brigand thug since he doesn't have a buckler like this guy. And also he doesn't have a helmet. Missed. So it's quite likely someone dies next turn. But it is what it is. We could try to daze instead of... Okay, nice. Let's stop this poacher, I guess. And goodbye. Goodbye to the nun. Good hit. Nice. Wait, with you. Try to kill this guy. No, no kill, but he's fleeing now. Let's go for the 87. Okay, so this fight really showcases why generally you don't want to give these early game recruits with mediocre melee skill a weapon like this Scramasax, which is a cleaver which does not grant you any plus percentage chance to hit. So in this fight, for example, a sword or a spear would be much better. Ouch. So let's see if anyone else dies. Alright. So overall, a pretty good fight. We did end up using the nets. And we lost Erkenradis, but I'm not too sad about that. We also have the 2 monks we just recruited who can take rally the troops. So, decent amount of loot. And some experience there. So overall I think that was worth it. Though it was risky. An argument could be made that it was not worth the risk here this early. Actually, we should probably heal and repair before we start to continue on our journey here. Okay. And now we also have an available roster spot for someone who is hopefully a good recruit. I don't think these milkmaids like... Yeah, they don't like the Crusader, so I'm not even going to roll on them. Nor am I going to roll on these others. Let's sell some things here. At this point I think I'll sell the sickle. We also got a militia spear and a tip staff from that last fight. These wooden stakes, I've never actually used them. They're only usable against necrosavants. I guess I'll keep it around for now, but probably will never be using it. Let's give the Crusader the dagger instead of the knife. Let's give the caravan hand a knife. Start to repair this militia spear. Let's also repair the tip staff and the bludgeon. And let's give Mikkel the militia spear instead of the Scaramus axe, so he can actually hit things. This tip staff, I'll give it to Odolric, and the other monk can take the regular staff. Alright. So you can play Battle Brothers very safely and only take very minimal risks, which that playstyle you can get to the end game with it and it's quite safe to play that way. You only do easy missions, you avoid all the tough fights, or most of them at least. And if we were playing it safe, we would not have fought that encampment. But playing it safe is also quite boring, so even though I'm playing mostly safe here, I think taking risks every now and again is quite invigorating, so the game doesn't get stale. So every now and again we'll be taking some risks, even if the situation doesn't necessarily like even if the situation is, well, you get what I mean. Also, a new ambition. We could take the trading ambition, or we could take hire someone for the retinue ambition. I think we'll take the retinue ambition. Let's check if we can actually get someone. Currently, no. But we'll be able to get something sooner or later. So okay. More rabble to kill. So at this stage, our guys are a bit leveled, they have better equipment. We don't really need to be overly careful when fighting rabble anymore, especially with the Crusader. So we can play a bit faster and not think about every decision as that much. With that said, overconfidence can definitely get some people killed, so let's try to not let overconfidence get someone killed. Yeah, a couple of headshots from even a bandit rabble poacher with a sling, that can kill someone. So for example, Maynard here, if he didn't have adrenaline on, he could very easily die next turn with these 3 reach weapons, all possibly targeting him. But he did have adrenaline, so that's not something we need to worry about. Of course, if I move him here and all the poachers decide to target him and manage to hit, especially if they get a headshot, then he's just gonna die, but I don't really care if he dies, so just go there. Good shot. Nice. Alright, this fight should be over now. Yeah, eventually, even a 5% chance to puncture will hit you. Luckily, Nevar is nimble instead of battle-forged, so that only did minimal damage. Alright. So Rabble are beginning to be so easy that we don't really need to worry about them much. Of course, when that happens, we are going to start seeing thugs instead. Probably quite soon. Got some levels out of that. So Chararik, take the melee defense, take the fatigue, I suppose, and I guess we'll take the +2 melee skill. Even though I might end up making you peaceable. Since like the... Actually no, you don't get access to Mind Over Body, but you do get access to Inspire. Well, we'll see. We'll see. What do we give you now? We could just give you Recover. So if you do end up taking Inspire, if you live that long, or if you take Indomitable, you will have a way to recover your fatigue. Yeah, I think I will take Recover here. And for these monks, neither of them gets Colossus. Since this guy could possibly make an okay tank, I'll give him Student. Melee defense. Resolve. You'll be Battle Forged, it seems. Take the fatigue instead of the HP here. And kind of the same deal with this guy, though this guy is a bit worse. With Faint-Hearted and Ailing, and only 1 star in melee defense. And also less HP. So I don't know. I don't know. So I think it's between Back to Basics and Student here. I might take back some belts if I had access to Quick Hands, which I don't. Then again, if I take back some belts and he makes it a bit further, he could get Shield Expert and hold some extra shields in his inventory. I'll just give him Student as well. Doesn't really matter that much. Let's give him hit points, resolve, and melee defense. He's going to be nimble if he makes it that far. He probably won't, but you never know. Okay, nice roll for Mikkel, +3 melee defense. And now there's a choice to be made. Do we want to take the +2 melee skill and the hit points, or do we possibly want the +4 initiative over the hit points or the melee skill? I think since it's early game and we do need to actually kill some things with people, and we only have pretty much the Crusader to deal damage, we'll take the +2 melee skill, even though this guy's mostly, if he lives, going to be an initiative tank. Let's take the hit points over the initiative. And what do we give you perk-wise? Well, he's already doing initiative things. We'll give him dodge, I guess. So we've lost some people, but none of them really mattered. 5 people have died. And a lot more will die on our holy quest. Okay, won't be doing any of these missions. Okay, there's a Crusader who we can't afford. There's a Pilgrim. I'll try the Pilgrim out. Has Resolve stars with no Mind Over Body. We don't want him. It's another monk. possibly a tank monk with 2 stars of melee defense. Doesn't get shields. Gets Battle Forged. Doesn't get Underdog. I don't think I want him. We already have 2 monks. We don't want mediocre monks at the moment. Let's roll on this caravan hand, I guess. No, thank you. Okay, so let's go to Camp Fodder. Check the recruits here. Okay, there's another witch hunter. Let's try the witch hunter out. Okay, 3 stars in melee skill, could be a backliner. Or if he rolls well, he could be a frontliner even. Gets impatient, which means he probably won't be a frontliner since that gives minus 5% melee defense. No access to Colossus. Again, as with the previous Witch Hunter, there is no killing frenzy. There is Berserk. He also gets Spears, so instead of a backliner, we could consider making this guy a Spear Waller. Which would mean that his lack of killing frenzy would not matter as much. And he could go either Nimble or Battle Forged. Probably Battle Forged without access to Colossus. And he also gets a star in Fatigue. He does cost 1,000 crowns. I'll probably recruit him, but I won't make that decision yet. Let's roll on this peddler, since peddlers get access to some nice pecuniary perks. Which I mostly mean Paymaster, which lowers the daily wages of everyone and also grants access to the camp follower, who lowers daily wages and stops recruits from or your main from demanding more wages. He also rolled 2 stars in HP, 2 stars in melee skill, and 1 star in melee defense. And he's Battle Forged. Gets Underdog. Doesn't get shields, doesn't get Colossus. So if I recruit this guy, he would be using a spear or no weapon. Since he'd mostly be useful for the Paymaster perk. So he's not the best peddler I've seen, he's like mediocre. He also costs 575. You can find peddlers for cheaper. So I don't think I'll take him. I'll take Thank Mar the Witch Hunter though. Let's see if he's any good. Okay, -2 melee defense. That's not very promising. So yeah. So either a backliner or a spear user. And let's give him student. And he also, like every witch hunter, gets mind over body. which means he does have some damage potential even without access to killing frenzy and muscularity and such. So let's give him... I think we'll just commit him to being a backliner with that -2 melee defense. So let's give him resolve, HP and melee skill here. And for now he can actually stay using that crossbow. Let's give him this bludgeon, I guess, for now. And let's give Chararek this patched mail shirt. Oh yeah, and we should be getting more nets just in case. So buy all of these nets. And there's a 3-star return item quest, so there's a possibility that this contract will have thugs on it. So these nets might come in handy. We'll see. So 3 stars, that could mean thugs, or that could mean a necromancer, or that could mean just a boatload of rabble. We'll see. No thugs. A few poachers. Now we have 2 crossbows of our own, so it doesn't matter as much if we wait for nighttime or not. With a couple of lucky headshots, these poachers could kill someone though, so maybe we should wait for night. They are trying to run away though, so I don't think I'll bother trying to wait for nighttime. Let's just fight. So as long as the poachers don't manage to headshot some of our weaker people here, this should be another easy fight. Let's try to kill this war dog here. Shoot this one. Nice. Good. Also, well, let's just engage with the war dog here. Shouldn't have that net out in a fight like this, it lowers his damage. We won't be using nets against rabble unless we're super desperate for whatever reason. Nice one. So early game you really want to be using spears and swords to be able to hit your enemies. So they won't have much armor, so those weapons work well. So apparently we ran out of ammunition, so we need to buy some ammunition. Good hits. It's a bit silly, but we could actually try to dagger this poacher down since he has a armor layer that we would like. I don't think we care enough though, so it's a bit risky. So let's not try that. He is fleeing now though, so we could possibly try it. Yeah, I guess we'll try it. So, do people even have knives? You do. You do not. Just do that for now. You do. You do as well. You do not. Okay. And we got the armor. So Maynard leveled. And we got this leather jacket. You already have a leather jacket. Shararik. So who's our next most valuable? You already have a leather jacket. You already have a leather jacket, so I guess it's Mikkel. And he can relinquish this simple leather jacket to... I don't know, let's give it to this guy. And a +3 roll on melee skill, nice. +2 on melee defense, okay. Guess we'll take more fatigue. And give you rotation. And just so I remember, I'll mark that down, like so. Give this bandage to this guy instead. Okay, but I think that's enough for now, so thanks for watching and see you next time.